up, guys? I hope I hope we're starting off good. I hope we're starting off good. Can everyone hear me? Everyone see me? Is everything all good this time? Before I go on and start blabbing my mouth and bumping my gums and everything, welcome, guys. Welcome to the New Age Wall Street weekly stock cast. Yeah, could everyone hear me? Awesome. We got it right this time, dude. Awesome, dude. It only took like 20 million times, but we got it. Um, my charger right here. What's up, guys? Welcome to STOCKcast, and hope everyone had a great weekend. It is fucking hot outside, guys. I don't know where you live or where you're from or whatever, but it is freaking hot outside. And me being a big dude just doesn't mix, bro. So I'm good for maybe about 2 hours out there in the sun, and that's it. So, Alicia, what's up? Carolyn, Mike, Santiago, Rye, Clay, what's up, guys? Did you guys do anything exciting for your weekend or anything? Um, Friday, Friday, I went out. Well, I didn't really go out, but I went out, like Netflix and chill type thing, Friday night, and then Saturday, um, I had like so. For you guys that have been following along with the whole like fiasco with my dude, like my blinds are closed, and I don't know why it's still all blown out and everything. It just you're gonna have to get some tint or something for that thing. Um, um, for you guys that have been following along with my whole motorcycle fiasco, you guys know I lost the key. I got it rekeyed, and then I got the tank open. Well, I went to ride it to the gym the other night, and I reclosed the tank lid, so I couldn't put gas in it, so I had to take it all the way back to the. Well, so what I tried to do is because the cylinder lock was already messed up on my motorcycle, so I tried to put my car key in there to try to turn it to get it to open at the gas station, so then I could put gas in it to go to the gym, and it bent the shit out of my car key. So then I couldn't put the car key into the ignition or to the into the door because it's an old school key, and then and so then so I screwed that up, right, and then uh, I wound up breaking the actual blade of the key out from the plastic part, so that part was all messed up, and then so then on Saturday I woke up. We had a good little members only mentorship with a few guys, and then I went to the locksmith to get my motorcycle open. They opened up the tank of the motorcycle. That's all good now and everything. But then I had to come all the way back, get my car, and then take it all the way over there for them to make me a new key. And it was just like I was trying to get it done before I got my son. So it was a big old rush. It was just a big old mess. And then the blinds facing up. I'm not sure. Is that better? It's still bright. It's still bright as shit. I don't. And you know what? Like it's not really not that dark. I don't know why. Or excuse me, it's not really that bright. I don't know why it's showing like that. Like um. So um. So yeah, that was a huge mess. I got my son. We hung out and stuff, and then I was so proud of him. We went and rode dirt bikes. His motorcycle. I don't know. You guys probably saw it when I stood up right now. It's inside in here right now, and then but he's riding him by himself now with no training wheels or nothing, dude. It's better like that. All right. I mean, we'll roll with it, dude. But yeah, so I was out there chasing him around while he was riding around on the dirt bike, and then we went to the park. So we went to the park, and he was playing over there, and I don't know how hot it is here. Let's see real quick. 93 right now. So yeah, so that'll probably be as hot as it gets today, like 93, 95 probably. So the glare is gone. Yeah, that's. I mean, that's a little better, I guess. I don't know, but um, awesome guys, welcome. We do this every week. This is the Sunday STOCKcast from New Age Wall Street. We just kind of come and hang out and get ready for the trading week. We make a watch list of what to look over. Does anyone have any tickers or any topics of discussion that you want to have questions about or anything that you want to go over? So let's do topics of discussion first, and then we'll go over those. Like if you need any help with things that are holding you back in your trading, psychology, uh, technical, anything like that, and then we'll go from there. I'm looking at the. I'll just pop on over here real quick, guys, to the screen I'm looking at. I was watching the futures here. I had a one-on-one mentorship meeting here a little bit ago. And I uh, watched the futures open, and we're going sideways for a little bit. Now we're pushing up. So 337 is where we're at right now, and then but yeah, pretty much flat here at the open. There's a little bit of a gap up, but nothing too crazy as far as the futures right now. Yeah, they're up, but it's we'll see what we look like in the morning. We're not nothing to write home about or anything as of right now. So um, I would like for them to go crazy, dude. That would be nice if we could get some nice bullish catalyst and for this to go crazy. So um, absolutely. Welcome everyone. I said every guys. Nothing topic discussion. So one thing I just wanted to kind of touch on right away, and I was kind of thinking of a little bit ago, is that I've been me personally in the way that I've been trading. I kind of been hoping that we get kind of the volatility that we had back in like March when everything went really crazy, and we got the big old downplay here. Um, I was really hoping that we got the same volatility back. Yeah, Walmart earnings is on Tuesday. We'll look at Walmart here in a second. Um, but yeah, so I mean, if we take a look at like on the SPY, if you want to bring that up here as well, um, I was hoping for the volatility that we had way back in March and April time, and I just don't think it's gonna happen anymore. Like I think I've kind of um, been trying to be ready for like these huge moves, and the huge moves may come back maybe a little bit closer to election and when they start announcing more coronavirus stuff and other headlines. Right now there's not really anything that's going on, so we got summer going on right now, right? And then I think it was the house that went on they went on like vacation, or they're on break right now from uh, whatever they call it. What is it called? Session. And then no, dude, I don't do any type of crypto. No sirree, Bob. Um, and um, so they're on break, and then you could tell, like even just looking at this here, guys, like this volume is nothing what it was, back in the, this area here. When we got this little little pullback panic scare here back in June, the volume did pick up a little bit, and right now it's dying down. You could tell we're kind of having like this divergence where this volume is dying down, but we're still kind of pushing up, which leads me to believe that we may have a pullback, and I've been trying to say that for a couple weeks that we may have that pullback, but I don't want to bet on it, and this thing just takes off crazy to all-time highs. So my biggest thing that I'm realizing is that I'm trying to trade like almost aggressive um, the way that it was back in March, and that's not going to work no more. So the we're not having the volatility in the huge ATR days like back then. Obviously, Tesla, Amazon is still giving some really nice days, and other tickers are still giving some pretty nice moves, but it's nothing. There's not enough volume, anything like it was back in those. So, gotta change my trading style, not to be so. I don't want to say aggressive, but I guess aggressive. So that I'm not hoping for a bigger move and this huge volatility. Just kind of take what the market's giving right now, and be happy with it. So I'm not trying to hit these huge 5-figure trades and everything. Just making my paycheck, my daily goals, and that's it. So that's something that just out of my head, and something I was thinking of like as I was driving back, and I was thinking about doing this the STOCKcast today. I was thinking of that. I kind of got to change my style a little bit to be a little bit more accepting that the volatility is not it's not the same. It's we got to trade the way that the volume and the price action is right now. And I've been hoping like I don't want to miss it again. You know what I mean? So we got to kind of change it up so then we can continue to be profitable and successful. Does that make sense? After Saturday's session, I think my goal is to just trade setups. If I'm not prepared for a specific ticker, I doubt I'm trading. Yeah. So actually, I hope I don't know if Josh is in here, but that was a big thing in our meeting that we just talked about, and I hope it's okay. I talk about this is that he's like, man, when I follow the rules, like no one could stop me, and I'm really profitable, right? But when I go on my own and I think I'm better than the rules, that's when I get stopped out, and I take some pretty nasty losses. And trust me, guys, I get it. Like I get where you guys are coming from, where you're trusting pretty much a stranger, right? So a stranger you guys found on YouTube to tell you what to do and stuff, and you're like, oh, he doesn't know, like I'm gonna go ahead and do my own thing. But trust that I made these rules because I was hurt by them, before I made them, and I needed something to keep me more systematic and more accountable in my trading. So that was something that we talked about, was staying within the rules, so actually following the rules, and then only trading the setups, right? So trading the setups, and then once you make your money, you're done for the day. So that's it. That's all you're here to do, is be as systematic as possible with that formulas. Here are your rules, here's your setups, and that's it. That's all we play. So I see guys, kind of in the chat room that are looking for stuff all day long, like during the lull time. And for the guys that are in my room, I do that on purpose. That I'm not I'm not on the microphone during that time and calling stuff out, because I don't want to drive FOMO for you guys to take trades. But you should be able to make your money the first hour or 2 hours of the day, guys. I mean, if there's no setup, cool, come back another day. We'll go ahead and try another day. We want to play that volatility and those emotions at the open, and that's it. If there's not a trade, we'll come back tomorrow, and I'm sure there's always another setup right around the corner. So that's a really good thing to. So my rules that I'd like to trade with are on the OneNote. So if you're a member with us, which I know you are, Alicia, if you go into the study channel, and then under the pinned documents, like at the top, you press the little push pin. There's a OneNote right there, and then there's some rules in there, and then I also have another set of rules too that I'm going to upload by tomorrow. I'm not going to hold myself accountable to do it tonight because I'm pretty tired. So I'll have the rest of the rules uploaded by tomorrow. Cool. But yeah, so, and I'm the same way. You guys hear me on the microphone too. If you guys are a member of mine, you guys hear me. I'm like, oh, I broke this rule, and look, I got stopped, or I took a loss or whatever, and I had to hold myself accountable for whenever I make those mistakes. So. In your room, what time are you on the mic from? And you don't like trading 1 to 3 or power? Yeah, so I'm always here. So I'm in the room, right, and available to members at 8 a.m. Eastern time. Usually start turning on the mic around 8:30, 8:45. we're doing pre-market and screen share by 9, and then we're trading at 9:30 for the open. Then I'm usually here unless I have something else like a doctor's appointment or something, court like the other day. I'm usually there in the room for 2 hours, so 11:30, right? And then I'll go ahead and get off. And then I'm still in the room though. I'm just not on the microphone. I'm still screen sharing as well, so you guys could see the flow algo and everything. And then for power hour, if there's something setting up for power, I'll go ahead and come on and call it out and things like that. But if there's like really nothing that's really going on, then we'll go ahead and just leave it. So usually around power hour, like everyone, majority of people are at work. Like in my room, they have daytime jobs and other things too. So there's a handful of guys though that are active the whole day. Cool. Any other questions as far as like rules and guidelines and trading, things like that, guys? Before we get into some tickers here. All right, so we'll go ahead and start. Do you guys talk on the mic with you, or is it only you talking? No, I'm the only one talking. Um, in the past, like after the actual immediate open, um, the what my ADR script. I don't know what you're meaning by that. I don't use ADR. Not right now, anyways. I don't. The new one hasn't came out yet, dude. The new one, the new hotness, it hasn't been released yet. So we're still testing it. Um, no, so the immediate open, I'm the only one talking. Everyone else is typing in the room, and then if an hour, whenever the volume starts dying off or setups start going out, if someone wants to come on the mic and ask questions or even just BS and talk for a little bit, um, I'm absolutely cool with that. So I saw your tag on Discord for for the watch list. I didn't see that one. Um, Maybe I didn't get that tag, Clay. Um, but yeah, so if you want to come on and just talk, to me a little bit after after the immediate open and after pretty much everyone's done trading, then great. I also have where like if members some members um have found it beneficial to them to do like a recap, either for their month or their week or the day, and just come on and present like in a like on Discord as well, as like a PowerPoint, and go over their trades and stuff, because it's a lot different when you're on the microphone and you're presenting your trades. It's a lot different, and it's a different level of accountability of you explaining your trades than you just saying, oh, I'm just going to slide this in my trader sync or my trader view, and no one is ever going to see it. So it's totally different for you to present it to someone else the way that you trade, and to be put yourself on the put yourself out there um, to be I don't want to say judged, but you know to go over everything. The thing for the watch list, dude, if you're looking for the TTM watch list, the TTM bars and the TTM dot ones, like I was showing on Saturday, that the how to do that is in the OneNote. So it's in the OneNote and the study channel that's pinned. Um, cool. So we kind of went over overall market here, guys, and also the futures. Um, Not really gonna make a judgment as of right now. We're kind of the same area that. Yeah, exactly. That's in the OneNote like I showed yesterday. Um, so So if you go into the OneNote, then it says how to add a custom column, and then you go into there, and then you add the TTM in there. Then so as far as the overall market here, guys, we're pretty much at the same area that we were like the last week. So last Sunday, I'm not gonna make any crazy predictions or anything, but we need some type of catalyst to make some moves that we're looking for. We went up a little bit here towards this 339. We came down to 332. I think we stay around in this range and don't really do too much unless we get some type of crazy catalyst here within the next week. And I can't see one. I can't think of one that would be really crazy. So we will wait until that happens. It got a little bit hectic though. A few days we got some pretty good selling. So like I think this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday this was pretty nice, and then it happened again at the end of the day on Thursday, and then even Friday, which was actually kind of crazy because usually we go the other way, so we kind of come down and then we push up to stay green over the at the close, and that's kind of funny that they actually I don't know why they do that. So I don't know why we have to close green on Friday, but they will push it up at the end of the day for it to close green. I don't know why they do that. So usually, but the Fridays past, it's been kind of going sideways below in red, and it pushes green. But this one actually came down and then it went up. All right. You guys had said Walmart. So they kind of had some bad news like a week or so ago about them rolling out the Walmart Plus and stuff. That it's going to take a little bit more time than what they were hoping for. And this is actually a really freaking nice flag right here. So earnings on Tuesday, guys. Yeah, I mean, you guys could pretty much see these levels that we have mapped out. Where this fib is for the top. 134.13. And then this is actually already pulling up here to the side. So yeah, so we got a pretty decent play here for this to continue to go to the upside, running up into earnings, and then we'll have earnings on Tuesday. I believe it's Tuesday night, right? And we'll see if we could get some mean reversion and see what happens on Wednesday. So that's how I would play that. But this is a really nice on the macro trend. This is a really nice flag right here. If anything, we come and hold 130 again and continue going further. As long as we don't get any bad news. What do I think about Fastly? A lot of people have been talking about this. Dude, I think if you're still holding it, I don't know why you're still holding it. I mean, you're bag holding right now. If you bought it and you didn't sell somewhere right here. If that's the case, right? I'm gonna assume that's the case. 1 second. Then you have obvious support here in this area around 76 or so. So 76 down to 74. If we start breaking these resistance levels, I would use the gauge off of over here. Let me get my actual tool here. Stupid tool. So this one right here, it would be like that, right? So that would be the line I would be going off of right here. So 72.92, about 73. If we start breaking below that, then you have to sell. You have to sell. There's, that's your support area that if it invalidates your trade if you're bullish on this. If it holds, right? So if it holds this area, it starts, compressing, going sideways. We start getting some compression here, and we get some other news for this to go up. Then great. Then we have the support put in, and this could definitely try to make another route. Nvidia, dude, I love Nvidia, bro. Like, I'm really looking forward to that too. 1 second. Yeah, Nvidia is really, really nice, dude. So, and then this one here for Fastly, like I said, 73 is going to be your guide. Where it came up here to 80, we got to break above 80 and get a close above 80 for it to stay bullish. So if it could do that, then we'll continue to go further. Yeah. So Armando, what's up, bro? Um, so I always have it here, right? So I have it here, and then the trade that you're actually talking about is Apple, right here. Well, we could go over this real quick. I believe, I believe it was Friday, right? Right here. And then what I'll do is I'll actually plot the VWAP real quick. How do I read the DTM indicator? Awesome, that's a good question. We could go over it here in a second, okay? One second, guys. There we go. So this is one of the setups here. So we had a really weak open on Apple on Friday, and you could see where. So if we zoom out a little bit, it did try to gap up here on pre-market, but then started selling off the closer we got to the open. So the slide off here was the indication in order for us to start looking for the short. And obviously, we're working with hindsight right now. I was actually looking to see if we can maybe get some support and go green, and it didn't have the volume and the ability to actually at the open for this to even make a run at green. So you can see where it actually popped up to the T3 line and the VWAP right here. It couldn't even go above the VWAP and the T3 line. So right here would have been one entry based off of my criteria, right? So right here. And then whenever this came down, you already had the manually drawn support lines. I mean, probably to the penny or so. Um, it bounced off of it, right? And then it came up and it held the VWAP right here. So once it got to the VWAP, you know that there's that liquidity there, right? So that supply, that they're not going to allow this to get over and go above the VWAP. And so that's a good place to be able to go ahead and risk off of here, knowing that there's already all types of people here trying to get this to go down. There's too much supply here in order for the demand to push it above the VWAP. So what happens is right here would be your entry off risking just above the VWAP, and then you could come down your first profit target right here back at the support line, and then you continue further down to your next relevant support, and you keep on paying yourself. Do you do one-on-one training to read charts and how to set everything up? You mean how to like code ThinkScript the way that my indicators are set up? Is that what you mean? But yeah, so VWAP is really important, right? So a lot of institutions, a lot of big money people use VWAP. So it's going to be the more people that use the indicator, the more that it's going to validate the price action on it. That's why pivots work. That's why daily support and resistance works. That's why EMAs work, is because these big institutions are using the big EMAs like 20, 50, 200, all that, right? No, I don't teach ThinkScript, dude. We do have a ThinkScript channel in my room where if you want to learn how to, we give resources on for you to learn how to code ThinkScript. And we also have a big library full of indicators that if you want to take advantage of, if you become a member, you could take advantage of that. But I don't teach someone how to, I barely have patience to teach trading. Dude, I can't teach coding. Coding is even worse. Um, does that answer your question there, Aces? So that was my trade right here. And then say like, I don't have an example for it, but since the VWAP is a big point of liquidity, right? So where a lot of people are actually looking at, is say you have a break of the VWAP here to the upside. So say like it actually did break, you wouldn't want to get in bullish or long here off of the break to the upside. What you would want to do is let it pop up, come back, validate it as support now, and then that would be your entry off of the VWAP, risking right below, and then for it to continue further up. So yes, I just don't like having the line on my chart, to be honest, man. And once you start putting all these lines, I have red to green line, I have fib lines, I have T3 lines, I have all these lines, and it just makes it really hard. So I have it as a label, but every great once in a while, especially for like this setup, it's nice to be able to see it reject it. So it's not a little bit nicer to see where it's at. Yeah, so I'm also getting into a lot of anchored VWAP and stuff like that. I just got to find a better way to anchor it. So on Thinkorswim, on like NinjaTrader, it allows you just to click it. Thinkorswim doesn't allow you to do that. So yeah, so it's just like, like that's your dashboard up here, right? So that's like your dashboard when you're driving your car. You got to look up a little bit, make sure, you're going the speed limit, everything's in line up here, really good. And then, back under your eyes on the road down here, you know what I mean? All right, cool. How do you read the TTM indicator? So do you know what the TTM indicator is? So the TTM indicator was made by John Carter, who's a pretty big trader. He licenses the actual script to TD Ameritrade and Thinkorswim. There's other variations of the code that are like on TC2000 and other charting softwares that do the same thing. It is a little bit different since it's not necessarily from John Carter, but basically the whole thing of the TTM squeeze is for you to measure volatility. So the volatility on the market. So what happens here is these bars right here, right? So you have red bars, yellow bars, cyan, and blue. So you can see the cyan and blue a little bit bigger here on the right hand chart. Whenever you get this aggressive, or I should just say bigger volatility, it moves away from the center line right here, which is usually green, and then you get red right here as well. So the higher the volatility, this shows the direction of the volatility. So this is the downside, and then this also shows whenever this is the expansion, contraction, and then expansion, contraction whenever it goes from cyan to blue. Now, the other part to this is, like I said, it's based on the Bollinger Bands and the counter channels. So what happens is these red dots here, I call it compression. So you could call it consolidation. You could call it what other people call it, but you call it compression. So what happens is that whenever there's periods of very low volatility, you get these compression dots here is what I call them, Keltner dots, and that means the Keltner channels are within the actual Bollinger Bands. So whenever that happens, it's just like physics, right? The more you squeeze a spring, right, the bigger the expansion is when you let it go, right? So this is like pulling back that rubber band right here. The more red dots that you have, the bigger that your expansion is going to be once it lets go. So basically, it's just showing a period of very low volatility, and then it's going to break out of that once we go looking for price, like an agreeable price on the price action. So I don't know of a ticker like on Friday to be able to show. Oh, I could show you like on like our OneNote. 1 second. So here's a good one. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it that well. So this was, I don't know, let me see if I could zoom into this. There we go. So this was Amazon. So you could see in this area that we had the counter dots that came in here on this side, right? And then you could see that the price action was just going, it was kind of coming down, right? But it was just, very small up and down here while it was coming down, and it based out, right? So we had that period of contraction here, of that volatility, where the price action was not moving very violently at all. We got the counter dots that fired here, and then we got our MACD that crossed, and then we got this big move to the upside in this area. Then let's see here. I can show you some other ones here. So this one's a really good one here. So this is Tesla from back in April, and if you see, this is a bigger time frame that we're looking at to kind of smooth things out. But you see right here where we have this compression here sideways, right? Consolidation, and then it also is like a flag, right? So we have the flagpole, big old flag here sideways, where you get this compression here sideways. Then if you look at your TTM, we had that. So we had the first period of expansion here off of the volatility. Then we had the contraction where it came down and it actually just went sideways. We triggered here with the counter dots, and then we got our cross here on the MACD to show us the actual direction. This does not show direction. This just actually shows the compression. It doesn't tell you which way it's going to go. So this helps you to show you direction here on the MACD. And then this actually started moving for like 100 points in April after this move. So that was our play that we did back in April. I don't know where my thing went. Where did you? Oh, there it is. There you guys are. All right. Yeah, so I do have a mentorship program. If you want one-on-one mentorship, it's a pretty tough program, to be honest. I hold you accountable to do exactly as the program says. You have to supply me with your Trader Sync or Trader View journal. You have to upload it every day, and for me to have access to it, to be able to check it every day, you have to upload your journal. And then every day you got to show me. You have to read a trading book or self-development book, and show me the pages that you read, and give me a quick synopsis of what you actually read. And then you have to do one thing that's hard. I know I have my screen, my desktop on right now. So, and then you have to do one thing that's hard that you don't like doing. So like one of my mentees right now, he doesn't like doing dishes. So he sends me a picture every day that he does the dishes for his wife. And so he gets the added bonus of happy wife, happy life. And he's building that discipline by doing that thing, that house chore that he does not like, every single day. And then on top of that, he also does something physical. So he does whether it's lifting weights, Peloton, and then he shows me his workout on those. And then we meet twice a week, Wednesday and then also Sunday, and we go over the trades. And then he actually has my direct phone number, and he could text me anything he needs at any time, and we go over the plays. Yeah, just shoot me an email. My email is cruz@newagewallstreet.com. If you're really interested in it, like I said, dude, there's 2 people that are doing it right now because of how intensive it is. There's nothing else like that on it, but I truly believe that the actual development part, reading, doing something hard, building the discipline is what's going to make you successful as a trader. So how do I know if the compression will explode up or down? So I think I answered that question. So TTM does not show direction when it's compressing like that because everything is so small, right? So what you're looking for is the MACD. So the MACD is going to tell you direction. So that's what we were kind of talking about right here. So we have counter dots, and then you have the cross to the upside on your trigger here on the on Apple when this came up here. So you could have actually taken this trade right here off the bottom, and then this is a good 452.60, 459. So that's a good $7 or so. So $7 here off of this setup. And I aimed, so this is something that we've been talking about is risk to reward ratio. So the system is designed for a risk to reward ratio for you to have a bigger risk to reward ratio, right? So you have bigger winners than losses, but you're able to take smaller losses because your wins are so much bigger than your losses. Exactly. So I've made my program the way that it is designed to that. No other mentor gives a shit what you do outside of you paying them and them giving you some type of course or something like that. And like I said, I hold these guys accountable. You have to send me that shit every day, or else you could find another mentor. I don't care. If you're really serious about it, it's almost like having a personal trainer, right? So you could hire a personal trainer, but if you're not going to show up to work out and do what they say every day and follow the workout to the T, you're not going to be successful. So Clay asked, sorry guys, my contacts are on big moves like that. 100 point you just showed, is there a danger in not being able to sell at the top? Yes, great question. So that's where you would come in. Like if we're looking at that Tesla trade, right? I think I exited out of the OneNote. Let me pull it back up. So what you would do is you would take profits at your next relevant points. Like I show you guys, right? So you'd come in here, and we're looking at this here, right? Let me scroll in again. So say like you start getting up here, right? So you're taking this trade off of this the T3 line. You could just, put your support level around right here. Say it's like right here, right? I can't really necessarily say. We're gonna say it's around 14.17 or so like that, right? So your first profit area is going to be your daily resistance, your manual resistance line that you had already done, right? So you're going to probably pay yourself, 50% or so. I like to pay myself 50% on the first area because then I pay for my trade. No matter what happens from there on, there's no way that trade should become a loser then at that point. The rest of it you should be getting out for break even, unless there's some type of catastrophe where the trade goes against you absolutely crazy. Because of some type of news catalyst or something that's going on in the world, and you get some type of slippage or something. So then what you're doing, right? So then what you're doing is actually this is the way that I played this at the time. So you're putting this in, and then once it breaks here, you get the other peak, and then it starts coming back around. You can see here in this area, it actually gave you another entry right here, right? So. And this started pulling back and it went sideways. I had my lime green candles right here. And then I had my MACD cross, right? My contraction started coming in. So I started taking profit, all the profit here in this area. And then we're up here towards, 1480, 1500 or, whatever. So we're already like 80 points away, right? So it was a little bit hard as far as the liquidity to go ahead and get filled. But then what I would do is whatever I sold right here, I bought back at the next strike price. So I got 1500s then after that, and then I just kept on rolling them over. Does that make sense? so that once it actually goes up, then you could roll it over. You could sell the strike that you have, and then roll it over into the next strike. So then you get that gamma ramp, and then you also get you're also protecting yourself as well, because same thing happens if you're up here, right, and this goes against you. You're so far away at being in the money here. It's going to be a little bit hard for you to sell to someone to something way up here if you get that slippage here to the downside as well. Oh man, I got so many like windows open on my thing. There it goes. Cool, awesome, nice discussion and questions on those guys. Um, yeah, Wall Street, not Wall Street. Cruise at newagewallstreet.com. So, so yeah, then so as far as for the upcoming week and tickets for the upcoming week, guys, I'm really still looking at Apple. This is kind of stalled out a little bit here with the news of the news of the split and everything. But I'm still looking for this. This is still staying pretty bullish right here, guys. I got this, um, my support areas mapped out. I'm hoping that we open up a little bit gap up, and as long as the market could stay pretty strong here overnight, looking for this to keep on going up. And I had made the call like by the end of the week we'd get to 500. I don't think it's entirely impossible. So I think at least by the time they split, it's around 500 is what I'm looking at. So I'm really trying to pay attention to Apple. And the cool thing about playing Apple too is that the premium is not too expensive. So the premium down here, so 790, 795, $10, way better than if you were coming to Tesla at like 50 some dollars or something crazy. What it was, yeah. See, like 50, $60, absolutely nuts, man. Like absolutely nuts to play Tesla right now, with the implied volatility that's put into it. So, um, so then, oops. Oops. There we go. And then, so Apple is definitely on my watch list for this to continue to go up this weekend. And then, um, let's see here. Um, Also looking at Tesla. So I'm obviously everyone's keeping an eye on this here, guys. We're almost at the 1700 area again, where it had trouble here in the past. I think we're going to get a little bit of a run up here towards the 1700 again. You could see where we kind of flatlined and went, kind of stayed sideways right here. So I want to run up here to the 1700, and then we'll see the reaction in that area. I think we're going to fail, but and pull back and then maybe continue going forward. But this is acting like a huge cup, and then we'll build this handle and then continue to go further. What is the rollover? Yes. So a rollover is when you're playing a highly volatile stock. So we'll use Tesla as an example, right? So let's use this here. Maybe the day prior would be a little bit better. So this is Tesla, and that obviously, like the move that I showed you on the OneNote is a lot bigger. But say you're able to bottom take this right in this area, like a 1570 on Tesla, and then it bounced up here and it came all the way up to 1650, right? So that's that's let's see, 30, 80 points. Right. So what happens is in options is with the further that the price action moves from being in the money or at the money, the liquidity dries up because everyone starts following the price action to where the money at the money where it's at. So where the underlying price actually is. So those become a little bit illiquid the further that it goes around. Right. So say like the price action is down here at this 1570. Say you buy 1570s just to make things nice and round. And then you get up here towards this 1590, people aren't looking to buy 1570s anymore because they're so expensive, and then they're already so far in the money. It may be a little bit hard for you to actually sell those to someone, and your feel may suck for you to actually be able to get out of that trade then in that area, right? So what you'll do is you'll sell that. Once you do sell it, then you could actually buy 1600s and then hold that 1600 for the right to 1600, and then sell your 1600s and then buy 1620s and then keep on rolling your way up. Does that make sense? But more than not, you would want to buy your next strike before you sell your other one. So then you're already making profit on the new strike price before you let go of the other one. Do I ever trade Google? No, I don't trade Google. Google's not really a big trader ticker. I don't see like day trader ticker. If you look at the volume on Google, it's really not that good. So for as big as it is, it just doesn't move good, dude. So sorry, just the time. So whenever I'm drawing when I'm drawing my support and resistance lines by hand, basically what I'm doing is I'm starting with the most macro time frame that I could. So and this will be a little bit easier if I take off my fib lines right here. So say like I'm starting with my weekly chart right here, right? So I would say, okay, right here around in this area, 1, 2, 3 times, it touched around in this area. I would say that's a pretty good resistance line. Down a little bit further than that, 1, 2 times, right? And then I just keep on working my way up here on these peaks and valleys where it came to. So now I could do resistance instead of support. So that was resistance, right? And then it actually stuttered in this area, so that validated it. And then I could come up here and do this top about right there. And then one place that you really want to keep attention to is gaps. So whenever you get a gap like this, you always want to map the top and the bottom of a gap like that. Price action tends to always want to fill a gap, guys. And you could tell that it actually did do that here eventually when this came down. It did fill this gap here eventually. It doesn't like leaving these gaps open like that. So there is another one. And then I keep on going down. I keep on going down more micro. And then I just lay out my lines smaller time frame till I get more peaks and valleys in here. So then I'm looking at this 30-minute chart, right? So like you can tell like here in this short-term 30-minute chart that this has been a good area right here. And then all the way to a small area. And that's it. Quantum computer technology. I don't know what that is, dude. What time frame do you use? Honestly, I wish Google and Amazon would do a stock split. Like, I would say that they're next in line in needing to do a stock split. That would really make things a lot more interesting. So, I doubt it happens though. That's all I do, dude. That's all I do for a living is sit here and draw lines. Clay watches me draw lines pre-market and then watches exactly how the price action bounces off the lines pretty damn perfectly. I mean, like, you look at Apple and where this bounced on Friday, and I mean, dude, can you ask for a better line drawer right here? Like, I don't think you can ask for a better line drawer. So that's all I do. All my teachers said I need all this crazy math and trigonometry and calculus, and all I do is draw lines. All right. I think I got everyone's question. So Apple, I'm looking at Tesla. I'm looking at for the week, guys, and then also Nvidia for earnings. Right. So this is already ending here pretty bullish. If you look on the the flow algo has like 500 calls coming through. I think I remember the 500 that was coming in. Let me log in real quick. Awesome. So then we come in here. So there's even a 600 in here from Friday. 450s, 480s. So definitely very bullish on the way people are positioning themselves on Nvidia, guys. But I really like it. I really like where they're at right now as far as on the chart as well. This thing has just been steady climbing and marching up here, and hopefully we could get back to highs. So we need a setup where this could dip a little bit before I would like to get in, but I like the way that it is right now. So I use Flow Algo. I've seen Cheddar Flow, dude. Like I've just seen it real quick just to see the features. Like I did like their trial thing, just to see what it's like, and I like Flow Algo better. I've personally used Flow Algo, Black Box Stocks, and Cheddar Flow, and I have Black Box Stocks still. I still use it. I think Black Box is a lot better to use when you're like after hours studying, looking for tickers to trade, doing the watch list, things like that. It doesn't have an AI where it talks to you like Flow Algo does. The way I explain it is that Black Box is like having an Android phone. There's more customability and more information that you get, and Flow Algo is more like iPhone OS type stuff where it's very simplistic, very easy to use, very easy to look at, and it just fucking works, dude. Yeah, we had a discrepancy like that this last week. So the algorithms for the unusual volume and for the sweeps are coded different between Flow Algo and Cheddar Flow as well. I believe Flow Algo is more expensive as well. So I think it's under $50. Yeah, that's a good point there, right? So people don't say don't trade during earnings. So a lot of people call earnings burnings or gambling. So yes, so if you have a position in Nvidia and you're like, if you're if you're day trading it, right, like or even a swing trade, yes, I would sell the position, especially if it's options. So I would sell the position, and then if we get a dip, for earnings, then go ahead and buy back in. But the thing is you get what's called IV crush if you stay in through the earnings if you have options, and that absolutely sucks, dude. So how does it help? So it has a lot more information. So they have a lot more stuff that's actually programmed into Blackbox that you can look at and kind of see the way people are positioned in it than what Flowago does. So it takes more patience and the way that you could set it up for your own on what you want to see, but it's definitely really nice. Hi, can you show an example of how you use Flowago to identify an entry for this week? I don't. I don't use Flowago to swing trade like that. I have a video on YouTube, which I'm sure most people find me from the Flow Algo videos. The one that shows how to use Flow Algo, and basically what I'm looking at whenever I'm using Flow Algo is multiple sweeps within a very short amount of time, and a lot of money being placed on for those bets, and for them to be weeklies or the next week. So, but I don't necessarily. it's not the market environment right now to swing trade, to be honest. So I don't swing trade. I've gotten burned the last couple times I've swing traded. So what I'm looking for is, I'm planning to trade UPS next week. Your thoughts? UPS? We can look at it here in a second. But yeah, flow algo, I'm just looking for multiple sweeps within a very short amount of time. And for them to all be the same strike price, and for them to be the same expiration date, which would be the same week or the next week, and for them to be quite, pretty big. So then that tells me that that person is actually trying to day trade those contracts. They're not trying to hedge a position, right? So they're not just buying one sweep to hedge an equity position or something. They're trying to actually play those options to make some profit off of it, and they're trying to be aggressive if they're using it in that type of manner. And so then I'm following them to see. I'm looking for technical indications on the chart after that comes up in the flow algo. Should I sell out before earnings? I don't tell you if you should buy or sell or anything. I just teach how to trade. You can show an example. Cheddar was farther showing what was coming in. I don't know what you mean by farther or fatter. I don't know what you mean by that. UPS. Ooh, this is a pretty nice flag right here with the triangle. So I like this. I like this right here. Right, like if we go something like this, and then we have this top. Does UPS have earnings this week? No, they just had, or was this last quarter? No, they just had earnings like a month ago. But yeah, I like this. I like this a lot right here. Whoever called out UPS. So for this breakout here of 161 or so, 162, and then for the continuation to go up, it should look something like this. So like you see how this went sideways, it broke up, and then we got the triangle right here, then went up again. We should get something like that here. So if this is any indication, right, if you're going based off of this, then we could go something like where this is going. You could kind of estimate right here, this is 11% or 7% move. So yeah, so 7% move, you can price in a 7% move from right here on where your profit target should be at the high if it does make that. If it does make that move based off of what it's done in the past. Bueno. Cool. And then we were talking about NVIDIA, guys. I think I got sidetracked. I'm like all over the place here today, but yeah, this is almost the same thing. We're making these higher lows to get back up to this top, but I'm keeping this on watch as well. Also, you guys know the sympathies of NVIDIA, AMD. Keep a track of as well. This thing is pretty nice right here too. So if we could build a little bit of support here at 80 and make another move, this thing is attracted to $100. It'll print $100 here within the next month or so. Watch. Facebook has been really nice too, guys, if you guys have been paying attention to Facebook. And then Spotify. Did anyone catch Spotify? So we built this support here on Facebook. So I'm looking to see if we could get almost like the same thing on the UPS. So this came up, came back, up, down, and then we'll see if we can make another run up here. Then what's the other one? Whoa. Oh, Spotify. So Spotify here, guys, this thing is hanging on by a thread. It's trying to hold on and stay up here towards this, where I have this line drawn on Spotify. So we kind of run out of those catalysts, right? So Joe Rogan, Michelle Obama, I think even Oprah got a fucking podcast. Everyone gets a podcast from Spotify right now. But any type of little pop up here, I want this to come back down and test the low of this candle. So this area right here. So that's is like 40, 42 or so. And then we have a huge gap right here where we could come all the way down to 196 or so. Walmart, yes. If I forgot about Walmart, sorry, dude. Walmart's kind of tough, man. The thing is if you guys haven't noticed the whole, we talked about Walmart. So this is the one where I was saying this is flagging really nice, for us to come back up here to the highs. So yeah, we talked about this here briefly. So something like that, right? So this is what we're looking at here. So we could even get a pullback again, in order for this to break out. So, but this is the area that we're looking at, this 133, 34 ish area. But I could see us making another pullback and then making another room for it to go up. Now with earnings on Tuesday, they're looking pretty good. I mean, they got the whole Walmart Plus thing. Um, it it's kind of, we'll see if it's hit or miss because a lot of, they got to stay open pretty much the whole time during coronavirus. So I mean, their earnings should be up just off of everyone that was fighting for toilet paper. So we'll see on Tuesday after they report and stuff. But again, I don't like playing through earnings. I'll play like the same day, just quick intraday trades, and then I'll play the volatility afterwards, but not the same day or not through earnings. I do play the same day, like I said, but I don't hold through earnings. Play the volatility after, guys. Don't be greedy. Um, I think that's all the ones that I wanted to go through here, guys. Let me. mm, I'm just looking at different tickers here, real quick, guys. Zoom actually looks pretty good here, guys. Now with school starting up, so with school starting up again, even like my son was being told that to use Zoom. He's 6, and they gave him a class on how to use Zoom. So with them starting up and them maybe getting some contracts with some school districts or colleges, maybe even things like that. I like this bounce that it had in this area, and then now if it could come up and we could get a close above 250, and if it could hold around this area, I like this to try to make another run up here too. Oh yeah, thanks for, so not necessarily PayPal, but Square. Square is really good right here, bro. So this is we talked about this I think last STOCKcast last Friday, and it was holding here on the support. And it actually started pushing up, so I could see this start stair stepping. Oh, try saying that 5 times fast. Start stair stepping up here back to 150, and then see what happens then at that area. So that Square, you reminded me of that, and then PayPal here. This is almost the same thing as Square, so down. It's up right now, so we need to hold it around this 130, 190, excuse me, and then we could see some more room. But um, yeah, I think they have a little bit of trouble here around this 200 area for the time being on PayPal, though. The Nas RV. So, dude, that's not some. Uh, I gotta plan it. So, what Armando's talking about is I'm gonna do an RV tour. So I don't know what I'm gonna call it. New Edge Wall Street RV tour. Um, it was supposed to be done this year, so it was gonna be done this year for like a spring break type thing. I was gonna travel across the country for a week, and then go trade with anyone who wanted to trade in different cities. Just map it all out, and then so we trade in the morning, and then just go hit the city and hang out the rest of the day. Do fun stuff. But then coronavirus happened, and that put a dampener on it. I was just gonna give myself like a budget, maybe 10 grand. Find a RV what I could for like that amount, and if it breaks down, then I was gonna like say plot twist whatever, rent like a nice exotic car or something to finish it out, and anyways, I think it would just be cool adventure stuff to go out and trade with all you guys wherever you're at, and then film some YouTube content, and just go hang out. So go hang out and do all that. But the thing is I'm planning to move to Dallas by next year. So in between now and then, that's what I'm working on. I will also be in Dallas. I'll also be in Dallas this week. So if you guys want to hang out on Saturday, we're trying to look for a location on where to hang out, maybe grab a drink and some lunch. If you want to come hang out, ask some trading questions and stuff, I will be in Dallas on Saturday if you guys want to come hang out. And then as coronavirus kind of winds down, my plan is to travel as much as I could and go see as much of you guys as I could. So New York is definitely on the list. Dude, there's a lot of members I have in New York, so and I've never been, so I would love to go to New York. So I don't think I'm gonna do that within this next year. The whole RV tour thing, that's gonna be put in the back burner as I get ready to move to Dallas. I'm not gonna put like pressure on myself to move and stuff, and then everything that's going on, just make it the transition seamless, and then should rent slingshots in Dallas. Yeah, dude, I'm down for whatever, bro. Down for whatever, guys. Like, I'm maybe stuff that doesn't have to deal with heights. I'm not too good with heights. So if you guys are trying to go like ride roller coasters and stuff like that, I may not be down. So, but yeah, I didn't get to do like stuff like this when I was younger. Have the opportunity to do stuff like this. So it'd be pretty cool. Yeah. So honestly, like one of my bucket list things is to drive PCH all the way from Tijuana, bro, up to the Canadian border. So New Orleans, dude, I would love to go to New Orleans. I have some friends, some street racing friends from New Orleans. I would love to go grab some beignets and listen to some jazz, dude. But that's what I'm talking about. So I'll just drive wherever you guys are. So the other part to it, the reason I'm moving to Dallas is I'm gonna build what I'm calling the trade factory. So if you guys are like familiar with Rob Dyrdek, how he had the fantasy factory, I'm gonna build a fantasy trader factory where it's almost like a co-working space of a couple computers, maybe 10, 12 computers, so we could all trade in the same room together. And then in there as well, I want to have like a weight room and then a few lifts for some cars. So I'm really into motorsports. I have my motorcycle, and I'm sure I have some other nice cars there as well. And then we'll get some Nerf guns and whatever else. Like we'll just shoot a bunch of YouTube content. I want to make like a room as well, so almost like a hostel. We'll put some beds in there. We'll put some beds in in a room. And if you guys want to just come hang out and stay at the trade factory for a couple of days and trade, you're absolutely welcome. We'll put a shower and whatever, and it'll just be cool. I could go and do some bench press in between taking some trades and stuff, and it'll just be like a little trader's paradise. So yeah, we'll have a little whiskey bar. I do Glamis, bro. Glamis. My son keeps asking me now that he has his bike now. He's ready. He wants to go to Glamis. So another thing on my bucket list is to race a trophy truck. So it sounds pretty expensive though. So I think it would be fucking dope to see New Age Wall Street wrapped around a trophy truck doing like the Mint 400 or something, dude. That would be absolutely dream come true to do something like that. Yeah, so the trade factory will be cool. That'll be like my main place of business. So you guys could come and wherever. So that I wanted it to be centrally located, so it's right smack dab in the United States. huge ass airport, so it's relatively cheap to come. And yeah, you guys want to come hang out and trade side by side with me? Just bring some snacks or something. You know what I mean? And that's it. We'll trade together and have a good time. You guys that are newer traders, I don't think you understand the value of trading in the same room as someone else. I don't think you guys have ever been able to do that. But it's totally different vibes. It's so cool to trade with your buds in a room and just talk shit about, them being pikers and it makes you not FOMO into trades a lot better. Yeah, it'll be in Dallas. It'll be in Dallas where all that is. So I'm looking for that place right now. So I don't know how big I want to go with it. One guy was already telling me like 30,000 square feet, and I was like, yo, I don't need 30,000 square feet. So I will bench you if you lose money. Maybe not that, but we could play some pranks and stuff. I like to prank. I like to have a good time, guys. I mean, now that I have, some money and I get to spend time with my son, it's all I wanted, dude, was to be able to spend time with my son. So I just want to have a good time, man. Yeah, Glamis for sure, though. Like I said, one of my bucket list things, dude, would be sick, dude. I want to see the New Age Wall Street logo on a trophy truck, and double bucket list if I could co-drive or drive it, dude. That would be sick. Yeah, Holly, did you ever go to Hong Kong? If you went to Hong Kong, you're immune from coronavirus, bro. So eventually, what will happen then is with the trade factory is we'll do like boot camp. So like we'll do like maybe like a week or two boot camp where you could come in and trade with me, and then we'll do theory after during the lull where I'm actually doing classroom instruction and stuff like that, and then we'll trade side by side in the morning. No, I need to go pick it up. He lives on the other side of town. I need to go pick it up. Oh, dude, you got to go to Hong Kong, bro. There's some girls in there that'll make you feel ashamed to put you to shame, bro. Anyways, guys, we went totally off the fucking rocker there, the other way. Does anyone else have anything? Oh, someone wanted me to go over Bank of America. I like banks right now, dude. I like the banks right now. The only thing with that is that Warren Buffett just offloaded a lot on the banks and bought a bunch of gold. But all these charts look almost exactly the same. So, but all the whole financial sector, even including like PayPal, Square, I like all of them right now. So, we have all these cup patterns with this little handle here, and I think we could continue going further up. So, Bank of America is pretty awesome. Even though Warren Buffett's taking money out of them, if he even was putting money into them, it doesn't mean he necessarily went zero on his position, right? It just means he's moving some money around and things. I think that we continue to make some higher lows here on Bank of America and continue to go up. As far as the chart right now, I mean, we're kind of up, and then we're down to here. There's 26. There was some bull flow and flow algo last week. So definitely enough to keep in mind here at this 26 area. You'll keep as support, about right here, right there. So that'll be your guide there, and then for this to act as support, and then maybe compress and then go further up. Yeah. So whole financial sector looks almost exactly the same. So this is Wells Fargo. And then you could even do like Goldman Sachs. So this one's a little bit different here. So yeah, covered calls on Bank of America, pretty safe, dude. I really like it. Honestly, when we had the slide off at the in February, March, this is what I wanted to load my actual like a retirement portfolio, long-term portfolio with, down here at like 22, and I just didn't get the chance. So, dude, honestly, that's the way that I train. If that's why way I train at my gym, Friday nights they do shots. They should do shots of whiskey and deadlift on Friday nights. So I'm about it, dude. I'm not too whiskey's for chilling. You know what I mean? I'm more a tequila guy. So we could get some tequila and do some deadlifts, and knocks the edge off and the apprehension of you trying to pull a heavy weight. It definitely helps. It's a good time. Yeah. So things are changing, dude. Things are definitely changing a little bit. You know, the crypto's coming around again. So the crazy thing is, if you guys, you guys follow Dave Portnoy, whatever his name is, he teamed up with those guys that do crypto. Dude, he's really smart the way he does things. So any other takers or anything else you guys want me to go over here, guys? I think it'd just be dope, dude. Once like I have this vision, I just have this vision of a huge, like, almost warehouse room, right? And we have, the trading desk, a bunch of, sit and stand desks like my desk is, and then we have some uh, car lifts in the background, and then a bunch of weights. You imagine shooting content, having a GT3 RS or a GT2 RS like on a lift behind you while you're trading, and then you have the weights right there. Dude, I just want to have a good time and enjoy life like that, man. So you guys are all welcome along for the ride. I'll tell you, there's no better stress relief than driving fast, man. Like with my motorcycle, I have a bad trading day or something. I could, I take my bike out, hit 150, 160 a couple times, and I can't think about a losing trade when you're going that fast. A working space like a cafe. Yeah, like almost like a co-working spot, but with like, I don't know, maybe we'll have a foam pit and some. What was that one show? American Gladiators. We'll get some big old foam toothpicks and beat the shit out of each other and do donuts and burnouts, and like I said, I just want to have a good time, man. Shoot some YouTube content. Now that I'm monetized, I'm not um, I'm not trying to flex on like the lifestyle of having Rolexes and stuff. I just want to have fun, man. The only thing I do want to buy is a helicopter to be able to pick up my son and go back and forth like that. That's it. I need to slow down. Oh, on the bike? No, dude, I'm at peace, dude. I'm good to go whenever God calls me, bro. Electric guitars? I don't know how to play electric guitar. I'm sure you guys have seen I play acoustic guitar, so whenever I'm up in my feels, I'll play a little George Strait or George Jones, and I'll play a little country music. That's all I really know how to play on it, though. All right, guys. Kind of been at this here a little bit, an hour and a half now. Speak now, forever hold your peace if you don't have anything here for the rest of the week. If you guys could go and share the video all over your Twitter, on YouTube, wherever you can on your social media for other people to come and hang out with us on Sundays right after this, guys, so they could actually watch the replay. That I would absolutely appreciate it if you could leave a comment and subscribe. YouTube gauges me off of engagement, and so likes and comments are engagement to YouTube, and then it gets shown to more people the more engagement that there is. and then um, yeah, then just that. Oh, dude, I would love to. I would love to hear you play, Mike. Cool. And I'm gonna send you that code right now, Mike. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, you guys take it easy. I like doing this and just hanging with you guys on Sundays. It's really nice. Let's check out the futures actually real quick. Before I go, I just want to see where the futures are at real quick. Oh man, we're still stepping up over here a little bit. So, um, I don't know if you guys can see right here. So we pulled back a little bit off of the 337 and then making our way up. But it looks like we're losing a little bit of volume here. So we'll see how it goes. Last question here by Sean Jackson. He asked, do you mostly trade only Tesla and a few other stocks that you understand, or do you trade whatever is moving? So here's the way that the way I do it. So you should have so this should be like your dating life, dude. Right? So you have your main chick, right? Your main chick that you call her at 3 a.m. You're drunk from the bar. 2, 3 a.m. You know she's gonna pick up you and you're gonna be able to hit that night every single time, right? So that's like Tesla, Amazon, Netflix for me. I know I could pick those up on pretty much any given day, and I'm gonna make money on them, right? Then you have your side pieces, right? So your side pieces that are giving opportunities, not every day, and then you don't know them as personal as you do like your main piece, right? So I don't know Apple and Zoom and all those tickers as personally and the way that they move as personally as I do Netflix, Amazon, and Tesla. But I know that they present opportunities, and if they give those opportunities, then I'm able to go ahead and hit it for a couple bucks here and there whenever the opportunity does present. Does that make sense? So yes, you should always have your main tickers, that you're comfortable with. That the way they move, how they react at support and resistance and relevant liquidity levels and supply and demand levels. And then you could go wherever there's opportunity present. If there's like a catalyst on another ticker, such as like for me, Apple, Zoom, DocuSign, things like that. Does that answer your question? But I think that's a big opportunity that a lot of new traders do have, is that you get analysis paralysis because there's so many tickers to watch. There's so much going on, dude. Just focus on one thing, dude. Focus on one ticker, maybe at the most three. I can't even trade more than two tickers at the same time. I could watch three pretty closely. Your watch list should be pretty narrowed down to where you're only looking at maybe at the most three tickers, and then go from there. Don't be trying to chase things here, there, everywhere. That's how you wind up over trading and losing your ass. Exactly. There you go, dude. So Netflix is really good too. I like the ATR of Netflix. That's one that I used to play a lot more of. So, but not so much anymore. Cool, guys. Great session. Glad we had it. We had some laughs, cries. We'll talk later. Make sure you come and join in on Friday for the TGIF stream. We'll stream live together on Friday, and then also for the STOCKcast next week. And we'll catch you. Oh, on Friday I'm actually going to be in Dallas with Josh, so I'm going to be streaming from there. And then I'm coming back Saturday night just to make sure I'm all rested and stuff. I felt bad the last weekend I went to California and I canceled the STOCKcast. So I made sure I'm coming back on Saturday night so then I could be here for you guys on next Sunday. So, yeah, if you guys need anything, shoot me a DM on Twitter. You can send me an email as well, cruise@newagewallstreet.com. And we'll catch you guys later, all right?